Recently, I have been slowly crawling out of what I like to call a death cycle. It's not as scary as it sounds, for it's simply just an ebb in the mere flow of life, a spiral inwards where I met some of my deepest fears and greatest truths. Past wounds will always resurface when you don't tend to them properly in the beginning, and is incredibly hard to do in the first place in a society where we aren't taught how to regulate and soothe ourselves in healthy and nurturing ways. So this is why I took a hiatus on sharing on here, as I was adjusting to some real shifts. This footage was taken in May during a season of deep wintering and in a time where a lot of wounds around sisterhood and friendship were showing up, as I was navigating some friendship breakdowns and a whole bout of self-criticism. In order to authentically connect with this version of myself, I went back through my journal entries from this time and noticed a real pattern. The need for control, both how I was perceived by others and also a strict need to eliminate any feelings that were low or unhappy, with a deep desire to fix it rather than actually sitting with this heaviness. I guess this is an ode to all perfectionists and control freaks. So welcome back to my channel, a space for my musings, navigating ebbs and flows and finding my way back to myself over and over again. This is the beautiful view of the Australian bush. We're well and truly in the country. Hi! Just knowing me, I know I'm gonna make a huge mess of this space because I did pack quite a few things, but I'm gonna try my best to not be that girl, you know? Oh yeah, let me show you the bed. So we've got my bedroom for the next couple of nights, and then I will show you what the space looks like from up here. It's very quaint. I feel so blessed to be able to do this as a job. I suppose it's still very early stages. I've only been really working with properties and Airbnbs since about September last year, and it's a big challenge for me personally because I find myself just trying to squeeze in everything I possibly can, and it's really challenging for me to find that balance between enjoying a time away in nature and being fully present and just bearing witness to everything that shows up when there is genuinely no distractions, and then yeah, wanting to progress and be productive and creative. It is just a constant dance that I am doing, and it's always fun. However, I'm grateful that I'm just grounding tonight and chilling out, and I'm gonna read and just do nothing, and then tomorrow I'll just get as much as I can done. I've been really wanting to shoot YouTube videos for a very long time because a lot of the creators that I follow are doing what I do, sort of like traveling and exploring the world and experiencing things and discussing personal lessons and just being raw and vulnerable, and I admire that so much in a creator, and I do the same stuff. Like, I'm always out and about and documenting my life, and I just feel like, why not share it a little bit more? I do share it on my Instagram and TikTok a little bit. However, I love how you can make little movies and build beautiful communities, because at the end of the day, that's my why. It is just simply to connect with people who are curious about the world and are passionate about savoring really beautiful moments and, I don't know, having deep conversations about random stuff. Just an online sisterhood, honestly. I don't know how else to describe the kind of thing that I'm looking for, but I'm sure it will happen naturally if you vibe with me. I really like to savor my mornings and really take it slow. I made a promise to myself this year that I wouldn't rush anymore. I don't usually like rush, but I definitely feel rushed, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm always trying to get from one place to the next, and I'm never really indulging in the moment, I guess. So I love to really wake up early and slowly unfurl into the day, if that makes sense. I feel like that just helps me feel so much more grounded, and I can actually focus and concentrate throughout the day. Whereas if I don't give myself like genuinely at least 2 hours before I need to leave the house to do all my morning rituals, then I feel really scattered, and that's just who I am, I guess. Some people can jump out of bed and rush out the door and they're fine, but I just have never been that person. I need to just like come back to planet Earth after being in the astral realm all night. I went to bed so early last night because I had no distractions. I had no service, so I couldn't really use my phone, which was fine, but I left my book that I wanted to read at home. So I did have another backup book, but it isn't like what I was expecting to read, so I was kind of bummed out. But I did download a bunch of really cool podcasts that I was just really listening to, and it's nice to just sit and listen to podcasts without doing stuff like driving, because I usually listen to them when I'm driving or walking, and I was literally just like sitting with it. Although I was colouring in, I did bring a colouring in book, so I was kind of just like drawing and listening to this podcast, and I was able to really digest it better. So that was really lovely. But yeah, I just felt so sleepy, mainly because I woke up with my bleed today, so that is me. I am heading out to go for a little wander. I am literally in the middle of nowhere, so I'm just going to explore a little bit. It's just nice to be in nature and have no, I guess, like end destination. I'm just literally gonna aimlessly wander and just admire little beautiful things that I stumble upon. I'm surrounded by cows, but they seem to be uninterested in me. Not gonna lie, these cows are kind of terrifying. I love animals, I love all animals, but they look like they have like skulls on their face. Kind of terrifying. I wish I knew more about mushrooms because, yeah, I just would love to be able to see if these would make me, you know, feel a bit funky.
till you get home now. Tried it, or till you feel to slow down. Hiding, or till the world won't turn round. Hiding, 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 hiding.
I'm like feeling really emotional right now, and I don't know, I can't exactly understand why. I think I'm just overcome with gratitude, like happy emotions. It's just like, I don't know how to put it into words. I'm doing things that I used to love doing as a child, going camping, being in nature, lighting a fire, just doing all these things that I haven't done in so long, like way too long. When I go away to these places, yeah, I'm in nature, but it's rare that it's like you're making a campfire and you're like literally in the middle of nowhere. I've seen no other humans today and have heard nothing but birds and insects and my own voice, and it's just so cleansing. I don't know how to even express it. It's just a feeling. It also makes me sad because I live in a city, and as much as I do live at the beach, it's very different than being in the middle of nowhere and just surrounded by nature. And I have like really beautiful friends, but they very much are city dwellers and love to just like be in the hustle and bustle, which I do love as well. But I just miss like camping trips and like just getting all rugged up by the fire. That just recharges me, and I need to do it more. I need to find some friends who want to come camping with me, I think. So if you're in Sydney or New South Wales, hit me up. Now, my friends do enjoy camping, but they're all very busy, so it's hard to gather the troops, you know? It also makes me like really miss my family being here. I don't usually get homesick or miss my family that much, which sounds kind of bad, but I think I'm always kind of in touch with them, and I don't live like that far away from them. It's just a plane ride, but we just used to camp all the time, and we used to have so much fun. And as a kid, you always take it for granted. Like, I remember being so like moody as a kid because I'd be like, oh, like I want to go with my friends, and like they're all staying in hotels. Why can't we do that? And my dad is like, bruh, you see this shit? And now I get it, and it's kind of like a full circle moment, being like, oh, I kind of turned out to be like my dad. I used to really struggle with being alone, especially like going away and being alone, and I was kind of nervous doing this. Am I going to be able to light the fire? Am I going to be able to entertain myself? And it's just like, yeah. I spent so long sort of yearning for someone to share these moments with, romantically, I guess. And I've been slowly realizing in 2024 especially that as much it is like really beautiful to share these experiences with somebody else, I also don't need it to be happy. I don't need it to survive. I'm perfectly capable doing this on my own, and it's a really beautiful place to land because I've spent so many years of my 20s just jumping from relationship to, you know, situation, kind of searching for someone to do this kind of stuff with, and I just don't need to do that. It's just gonna happen when it happens, and it's fine. It's really beautiful knowing that I don't need the company of someone else for these moments to be complete. Like, it is in itself complete that I'm here witnessing it and just experiencing it, I guess. I'm literally just recording what I would be journaling right now, so welcome to my journal.
Once that TV